I'd like to call the Senate to order. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Barnett. Senator Barrett. Senator Berry. Senator Blackman. Senator Blackwell. Senator Blunt. Senator Boyd. Senator Brumfield. Senator Bryan. Senator Butler. Senator Carter. Senator Chazanall. Senator Chisholm. Senator DeBar. Senator Delano. Senator Dupree. Senator England. Senator Fillingane. Senator Frazier. Senator Gillespie Isom. Senator Harkins. Senator Hartness. Senator Hickman. Senator Hill. Senator Hobson. Senator Jackson. Senator Johnson. Senator Kirby. Senator Ladner. Senator McCon. Senator McClendon. Senator McMahon. Senator Michelle. Senator Mumford. Senator Norwood. Senator Parks. Senator Pope. Senator Rhodes. Senator Seymour. Senator Simmons of the 12th. Senator Simmons of the 13th. Senator Sparks. Senator Suber. Senator Tate. Senator Taylor. Senator Thomas. Senator Thompson. Senator Turner Ford. Senator Whaley. Senator Wiggins. Senator Williams. Senator Younger. Mr. President, a quorum is present.
Thank you. Will the senators in the gallery please rise for the invocation which will be given by Senator Sparks today. And it will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Senator England. Senator Sparks.
Thank you, Mr. President. If you will, bow with me. Heavenly Father, we come to you on this day, and we want to be thankful for all the blessings of life that you've given us. Dear Lord, in a special way today, though, we would think of the communities that were affected by the storm last night. As I understand, their loss of life, Senator Barrett's district. Dear Lord, to be with these families and to comfort them. Lord, give them peace during this tragic time. Dear Lord, we want to be thankful for the people that take care of us. Lord, the people that work in this building, the staff, the support staff, everyone that gets tired just like we do, gets frustrated just like we do, and they may not have a pin on their lapel, but they're so important to this process, and we want to be thankful and try to be encouraging to them. Dear Lord, forgive us when we fail you. I know I'm not the best version of what I should be, and I know even if I was, my best is as filthy rags. And that's what makes the blood so important. And we're so appreciative of the sacrifice that you made, that our sins are no longer seen because you took them. Dear Lord, we're thankful for that. May we always look to you for guidance, for strength, for discernment. Lord, forgive us when we fail you, and thank you for all you've done for us. Through Jesus Christ, in his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes,
Okay, thank you, Senator Sparks, and thank you, Senator England. they're sitting in today for Senator Barrett, and Lincoln County was struck by a tornado last evening. We ask you to remember them in their prayers. Now to the reading of the journals. Senator Blackwell, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move we dispense with the reading of the journal.
Senator moves to dispense with the reading of the journal. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Message and petitions, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. President, there are none.
Committee reports, Senator Blackwell, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move we dispense with the reading of the committee
Senator moves to
reports.
dispense with the reading of the committee reports. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Next to the reading of the titles of bills and resolutions, I recognize Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move we dispense with the reading of the titles of the bills and resolutions.
Senator moves to dispense with the reading of the titles of bills and resolutions. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Thank you, Senator Blackwell. Senator Michelle, we're on announcements, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have three very special guests with me here today. I have my wife, Beth, our daughter, Megan, and our grandson, Baker, on his second visit to the State Senate. Would y'all join me in welcoming this fine group of folks here with me today?
Already moved to the back row, man. You're moving up. Glad to have you with us. Spring break's always fun here. Senator Dupree,
Introduction, Mr. President.
please proceed, sir.
Our doctor of the day, again, is Dr. Gaudet from William Carey University in Hattiesburg, Doctor of Pediatrics. He also has with him two medical students. I'm going to call you doctor ahead of time, but Dr. Das and Dr. Agarwal. And they're here from the University of William Carey in Hattiesburg, and we're so glad that they come and always gracious with help if we need help. God bless. Thank you. Please give them a hand.
Thank you. Senator Hickman,
Introduction, Mr. President.
please proceed.
Senate, if you would turn your attention to the North Gallery, we have joining us, well, it looks like the North and the West Gallery, we have joining us an amazing group of young people. They represent the leaders of the Boys and Girls Club of Mississippi. They are the Youth of the Year candidates, and they are joining us from all over the state of Mississippi. Would you please put your hands together and make them feel welcome in the Senate this morning?
Thank you. Senator Wiggins, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask for privileges for the special official representative of the province of Quebec, Ms. Natalia Rivard.
I'm not going to ask you to repeat that. Seeing no objection, floor privileges are granted. Sergeant at Arms, please show her to the sergeant floor. There she is.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, brothers and sisters of the Senate, and I would invite anybody who's on the resolution, Senators Frazier, England, Bryan, Dupree, McCon, Suber, Hobson, and Barnett. This will be a little bit coast-centric. Y'all tend to say that, you know, we're a little bit different down on the coast. Well, I'm glad to say you're going to find out a little bit why. But it's a privilege to have Miss Natalie Rivard here. And she is from Quebec, and you will be handed out some information about the true economic relations that we have between the state of Mississippi and Quebec. But I wanted to say that just a little bit of history. You say, well, why is Wiggins up here doing this? Well, if you've ever been down by us, you know that we have Ocean Springs, Biloxi, Mobile. Well, in 1699, Pierre d'Iberville came down the Mississippi River, and with no apologies to my counterpart, Senator Delano, the first landing was in Ocean Springs. And the first established French colony in North America was in Ocean Springs. And Pierre d'Iberville was from Quebec, Montreal. And so that established the first relations there. And thanks to AI, a little fact that did not know, but his efforts shifted the center of French power in North America from the cold climates of Quebec to the Gulf South, eventually leading to the founding of Mobile and New Orleans. And so, with apologies to Senator Williams, it's not Lafayette County, it is Lafayette. And apologies to dearly departed Terry Brown, it's not Louisville, it's Louisville. So that's where we get the Lafayette from. And we have tremendous respect for the French culture. And if you ever come down to Ocean Springs, there was we would reenact the 1699 landing of d'Iberville on the beaches of Ocean Springs. And he actually landed on Ship Island just south of Biloxi. And so that established the culture that we have that we are very proud of. And so we are proud to have you here. I'm going to use the Miss Natalie. And we are proud to have you here representing your, I will say, country. Oh, and I want to say this. I did not know this, but unique to Canada, Quebec is in the Canadian Constitution. And so they have to adhere to Quebec's wishes and deal with them as they should. So, Mr. Clerk, would you please read the resolution?
Mr. Clerk, please read the resolution.
Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 506, a concurrent resolution honoring the rich historical connection and long-standing partnership between the province of Quebec and the state of Mississippi. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the state of Mississippi, the House of Representatives concurring therein, that the members of this legislature do hereby honor the long-standing and fruitful partnership between the province of Quebec and the state of Mississippi, and express their commitment to continued collaboration in areas of mutual interest. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to the Premier of Quebec, the Quebec Government Office in Atlanta, the Governor of the state of Mississippi, the Mississippi Division of Tourism, and other appropriate officials as a token of respect and goodwill, and be made available to the Capitol Press Corps.
And Mr. President, before I present the proclamation, I would just like to turn the Senate to the handouts that you've been given, and which lists all the Quebec and Canadian businesses that operate in Mississippi: Canadian National Railway in Jackson, H2O Innovation in Gulfport, Future Electronics in South Haven, Circle K stores in Gulfport. And then it goes on with the goods and items that are imported and exported between our two countries. So we are really proud. And so, Miss Natalie, we have the proclamation for you, and we also have the flag that has been flown over the capital of the state of Mississippi. So, Mr. President, I would ask for privileges for her to address the Senate.
Ms. Rivard, you are recognized to address the Mississippi Senate.
Dear Senators, ladies and gentlemen, I'm humbled to be here this morning to celebrate with you the resolution honoring the long-standing partnership and rich historical connection between Quebec and the great state of Mississippi. I would like to begin by thanking Senator Wiggins and Senator Fraser, Hobson, Jackson, England, Dupree for their support in this resolution, as well as Representative Newman and Barton, who, among others, has sponsored this resolution. I would also like to thank all of you for being present and being so welcoming. Quebec and Mississippi, as Senator Wiggins has mentioned, are bound by history, beginning with Quebec-born explorer Pierre Le Moyne d'Iberville, who led a French expedition that established the first European settlement in the Gulf region near present-day Ocean Springs in 1699. We are also connected by shared values and growing economic ties. Quebec has been present in the southeastern United States since the opening of the Quebec delegation in Atlanta in 1978. As Quebec's chief representative to the southeastern United States, I have the privilege of leading a dedicated team of 7 committed to strengthening the economic, diplomatic, and cultural ties with 6 states, including the great state of Mississippi. So for nearly 50 years, our relations have continued to grow. Quebec and Mississippi maintain significant economic ties in the automotive sector, health and life sciences, aerospace, and aluminum, among others. Automobiles and automotive parts, components manufactured here in Mississippi account for approximately 75% of Quebec's imports from the state, a testament to our mutually beneficial trade relationship. Several Quebec companies, like Senator Wiggins has mentioned, and as you can see in a leaflet, have a presence in Mississippi and contribute to its economic growth, including Montreal-based transport and logistics leader, Canadian National Railway. And when you go and fill up for gas or something else, Circle K is also a Quebec company. At Naval Air Station Meridian, U.S. aviator and flight officers train on state-of-the-art CAE simulators. CAE is a Quebec company and partner to the United States Navy. And it is an example not only of our aerospace expertise, but also to our shared commitment to safeguarding our future. The Quebec government is committed to nurturing this special friendship with Mississippi and strengthening the strategic alliances with all partners in regions across economic, political, or multi-sectoral areas. And I find that energy production is actually very promising. Please know that you will always be welcome in Quebec, and today you have my personal invitation to come and visit us. It was a privilege to have the opportunity to address you this morning, and I wish you a good session. Merci beaucoup. Yeah.
Senator Hobson said her French was much better than mine, so.
Thank you very much. Thank you for visiting our country. We're happy to be able to host you here, and we appreciate our relationship. Senator Fillingane.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to ask for floor privileges for the Summerall High School men's soccer team.
Seeing no objection, they are granted.
All right. Mr. President, it's my distinct privilege and honor to have our men's soccer team from Summerall High School. They have won their first 5A state championship, and they haven't been in 5A very long. So with that, I would ask for the title of the resolution to be
Mr. Clerk,
read.
please read the title.
Senate Resolution Number 56, a resolution commending and congratulating the Summerall High School Bobcat soccer team and Coach Jared Lee for winning their first ever Class 5A state championship. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the State of Mississippi that we do hereby commend and congratulate the Summerall High School Bobcat soccer team and Coach Jared Lee for winning their first ever Class 5A state championship, and extend to the team, coaches, parents, and sponsors our best wishes for future success. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to Coach Jared Lee and Summerall Principal Sandy Hampton for the team, forwarded to the Summerall School Board, and made available to the Capitol Press Corps.
Thank you, Mr. President and the State Senate. In the South Gallery, we have some of the proud parents from some of these young men, and we also have joining us from the other house at the end of the chamber, Joseph Tubb, representative who represents Summerall. I'll just simply say, to be very quick and brief, because I know it's a busy day here at the Capitol, that these young men have exhibited excellence not only on the playing field, but if you look at their GPA, and Summerall being one of the better public schools across the state, if I may say so, they have a very rigorous academic schedule, and these young men have excelled in the classroom as well, for which we're equally proud. Without further ado, I'll say that Mississippi really is like a large, small town. So on this team, my cousin is Coach Jared Lee, and then I have two nephews, Landry Hayden and Abner Northrup, who are on the team, and then some good friends, the Joneses, Kirk Jones, and Leslie, his wife. Several of their sons are on the team, and I think the MVP player of the playoff game. So without further ado, could I ask for privileges, Mr. Lieutenant Governor, for the coach to say a word or two?
Coach, you're recognized to address the Mississippi Senate.
Good morning. I want to say thank you to Senator Joey Phillingain and the rest of the Mississippi State Senate for recognizing these young men and their incredible achievement. We're honored to be here. Thank you again.
Thank you, Coach Lee.
Appreciate it. Can we get a quick picture?
Yeah, everybody, y'all get in where they can see you guys. Chris, you want to get up here with him?
Chris, get in here too. You represent part of Lamar County as well.
There you go. There we go.
And I will say one quick thing. Our beloved colleague, John Polk, his grandson is on the team as well. Where are you? And he is watching live this morning, I'm told, on live stream to see the team. So we want to say a hearty hello to Senator Polk.
Thank you. Polk says no.
He said no. He said yes to this team.
Oh, yes to this particular one.
All right, guys.
We miss you, John. Wish you were back, man. Come see us as soon as you can. Senator Williams,
Introduction item, Mr. President.
please proceed.
If you would look in our West Gallery, I would like to ask some of my friends from Starkville, Mississippi to join us. We have Chief Chris Ballard, Police Chief. We have Chief Deputy Maurice Johnson and several officers from there. We know that public safety is the #1 thing that we need to do. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service. Let's give them a warm Senate welcome.
Quickly going to the calendar, Senator Harkins, pass and retain. Rules calendar, Senator Kirby, pass and retain. Okay, we're going to the motions to reconsider, Senate. Motions to reconsider. Senator Younger, pass. Senator Hobson. Senator Hobson's on 36.
That's the title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill 1571, ARPA programs and funds, direct transfer of certain available and unexpended funds on September 30th, 2026.
My motion is to table the motion to reconsider.
Motion is to table the motion to reconsider. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Thank you, Senator. Senator Bryan.
I ask the title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill 895, medical cannabis, eliminate mandatory follow-up visit and extend validity period, certification, and ID cards to 24 months.
I move to table.
Motion to table. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Thank you, Senator Bryan. Number 38.
I ask the title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill 1152, Right to Try Medical Cannabis Act, create.
I move to table.
Motion is to table. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Thank you, Senator. For concurrence and non-concurrence, Senator DeBar.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to call up item 39, have the title read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
Senate Bill 2294, Mississippi Future Innovators Act, an act to require high school computer science or CTE with embedded computer science course.
Thank you, Mr. President. My motion is we do not concur and invite conference.
Motion not to concur and invite conference. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator DeBar.
I'll call up next item, have the title read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
Senate Bill 2288, Comprehensive Workforce Training and Education Consolidated Act, suspend CTE innovative incentive grant purposes and extend repealer.
Mr. President, my motion is we do not concur and invite conference.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it. Thank you, Senator DeBar. Senator Harkins, pass and retain. Senator Barrett. Senator Chasnow. Pass and retain. Senator Wiggins. Pass and retain. Senator Thompson. Senate, we're on 44.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask we go to item number 44, called up.
Clerk, please read the title.
Senate Bill 2401, Workforce Development, extend certain dates of repeal and make technical amendments.
Make the usual motions.
Usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it.
Mr. President, my motion is that we do not concur and invite conference.
Motion to not to concur and invite conference. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Boyd. Senator Boyd. Senator Whaley. Senator Whaley. Senator Blackwell. Pass. Senator Barnett. Senator Chasnow. Pass. Senator DeBar. Senator DeBar, pass. Senator Thompson. Senator Thompson, pass. Senator Hobson, pass. Senator Johnson, pass. Senator Johnson, pass. Senator Harkins, pass. Senator Harkins, pass. Senator Hobson, pass and retain. Senator Hobson on 5758. Senator Carter. Senator Carter, pass and retain. Senator Fillingain. Senator Fillingain, pass and retain. Senator Wiggins. Senator Wiggins, pass and retain. Senator Hobson. Senate, we're on 62.
Ask the title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
Senate Bill 2189, budget bring forward code sections related to and provide for transfers.
I move that we do not concur but invite conference.
Motion to invite conference. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Thank you, Senator. Senator Fillingain. Senator Fillingain. Pass and retain. Senator Wiggins. Pass and retain. Senator England. Pass and retain. Senator Carter. Pass. And Senator Johnson. Pass. Senator Wiggins. Pass. Senator Bryan. Pass. Senator Wiggins. Pass. Senator Fillingain. Pass. Senator Hobson. Senator 73, sir. Yes, sir. Senator Hobson on 73.
Ask the title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
Senate Bill 2895, opera programs and funds, direct transfer of certain available and unexpended funds on September 30th, 2026.
I move that we do not concur but invite conference.
Motion not to concur and invite conference. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator on 74.
Ask the title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
Senate Bill 2917, appropriations, revise certain disbursements from previous fiscal years and direct transfers.
I move that we do not concur but invite conference.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. We have conferees on the next four. the next four. Then we have in conference through 89. Then we pass and retain the general bills here for conferees down to 94. One moment, please. Okay, Senator Dupree, for what purpose, sir?
Out of all the introduction, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
I am so proud of the young people in the South Gallery. They're from Hattiesburg High School. They're the choral arts program. They perform downstairs a little bit earlier in the South and the West Gallery. Under the leadership of Director Gary McCullum, these young people have developed into a dynamic and impactful arts program in Hattiesburg. They've earned all superior rating at choral festivals and competition. They receive recognition for both musical achievement and professional presentation. And I'm gonna tell you what, they're leaving tomorrow to perform in Carnegie Hall in New York City.
Wow.
So they are exceptional. Give them a hand, please. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Senator Norwood,
Introduction of the resolution at the appropriate time, Mr. President.
please proceed. Mr. Clerk.
Commend dedicated service of Colonel Charles Haynes with Mississippi Highway Patrol and new appointment with Mississippi College.
To the chairman, Senator Chisholm.
President, thank you. Introduction of resolution out of order.
Please proceed. Mr. Clerk.
Commending lives and sacrifices by Mississippians who served during war between the states.
Thank you to the chairman. Now, anyone else? Anyone else?
Mr. President, I would like permission to have the entire resolution read, please.
I don't think we do that. Just a second. Senator, it's not before the Senate, so it cannot be read now. But thank you very much, and we'll give it to the chairman. It'll be put on the calendar. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right. Senator Hobson. For an announcement, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to announce that an appropriations meeting will take place 5 minutes after recess in room 216, Mr. President. And may I ask, what time are we expected to come back from lunch? Do we know that yet?
We do. You're fixing to hear it right now, but it's going to be 2:30 if Senator Blackwell's resolution is adopted.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate stand in recess till 2:30 today.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before we go to item 1 on the supplemental calendar, I'm going to, and obviously I'm going to have to move to suspend the rules to take up all these items, but these were the appropriations bills that I'm hoping to consider this afternoon with the subcommittee chairs. A lot of these bills, I just want to be very clear about this, probably I'm guessing half and half, the bills that are in final form, so pay attention to those. I've asked the subcommittee chairs when they come forward if they will let you know if this is final passage or if this is, or not, I shouldn't say final passage, but if this is one that does not have a reverse repealer in it. I think for the bills that are major budget items, we should have a reverse repealer in all of those, and those will go to conference. But I do expect that some of these bills that I don't think there's not much, maybe they're LBR, maybe they have one change and we know the House is agreeable to that change. We're trying to get those final to get those out of the way. So just pay attention to that. And again, all the subcommittee chairs that are presenting today, I asked them to notify the members if this is one that does not have a reverse repealer, and if adopted by the House, will go to the governor. One other thing is for the subcommittee chairs, if you've got a group that may be LBR and you want to bring those up in block, I think I would doubt that anybody's going to object to that. And certainly because we've already passed our Senate bills and we've taken action on things such as the education bill yesterday we had, we're going to have some items that I know we sent down with reverse repealers because there was the expectation things could change with general bills, which we saw yesterday. And we're going to be keeping some things alive here today because we're going to have to shuffle the numbers some on the overall budget to meet or make sure that we're within the numbers on our final revenue estimate. So with that being said, Mr. President, my motion would be to suspend the rules to, I don't know if I can make, I'm just thinking if I can make a motion to suspend the rules for all these items or if I need to go one by one.
Give me 1 second to check on that. Grab my rules book. Just a second. We want to do this, Senator. So these are, Senator,
Okay, my motion is to suspend the rules to consider the entire supplemental calendar this afternoon.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that we go to item 1 and have the title read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill 1935, Appropriation Education Department of.
I make the usual motion.
Usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it.
I move adoption of the strike all and ask that you recognize Senator DeBar to explain.
Senator DeBar, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1395 is the education budget. It has several components to the budget, education budget, and I'll try to go through those slowly and identify the changes that are made, both adding money to the budget and taking money away from the budget. 1395, this bill does have a reverse repealer. It is a strike all, therefore, and so this will not go straight to the governor. It'll go to conference, regardless of what we do today. And so I'll start. The first component is the student funding formula. Senate action is $2,965,532,853, which reflects an amount of $33,977,834 below LBR. Now, the fund formula is fully funded. The reason for the decline or the amount of roughly $34 million is this. When the funding formula was adopted by JLBC, it was based upon the preliminary estimate at the time. This was last fall. Between now and the final estimate date, there was a net enrollment loss of approximately 7,224 students, which included 2,333 low-income students. As you know, low-income students are weighted and have a significant weight. And so that is why, and that accounts for the decrease from LBR. But like I said, the funding formula is fully funded. The general education programs, these are the ones that you also should be familiar with. This Senate action is $2,218,287,117 million. That is over LBR, $107,749,216. Significant changes have been made to this general education program, such as follows: $117,188 in additional vacancy funding, $96,316,686, which is the $2,000 teacher pay raise, as well as the $2,000 teacher assistant pay raise. That is in Section 48 of the bill. $7,304,105 is the $1,000 SPED, or special education salary supplement, that is in Section 49 of the bill. $968,806. This is the school attendance officer pay raise. We have gave the SAOs a $5,000 pay raise, bringing their salary to just under starting salary to just under $30,000. We have also added nine SAOs for head counts. That way we'll have one student or one SAO per 4,000 students. That is in Section 26 of the bill. We have an increase of $5,185,446 to cover the new state testing contract. We have added 13 new early learning coaches for a total of $2,766. In Section 47, we have funded the J.P. Wildman Financial Literacy course for $121,000. We have a $67,224 increase in the Mississippi State Research and Curriculum Unit. We have a $14,826 increase in the ESA tuitions. That brings it to just over $5 million. That will eliminate any vacancies that we may have. We have a decrease of $1.4 million in the school safety platforms, a $2 million decrease in Section 13 line items. Those line items that we have eliminated to help pay for the teacher pay raise, we've eliminated $800,000 going to Amplify Data Coaching, $1.1 million going to Algebra Nation, and $125,000 going to Can University. We have moved components for example, the ESA funding. We have been using general fund. We're shifting approximately $3 million of that to EEF. So that is the general education budget. Chickasaw interest, which is the federal formula, that's set by the courts, and we have a specific formula for that. Senate action is $21,623,074. Charter School Authorizer Board being paid out of special funds, $1,403,231. We also have the vocational and technical education section. Senate action is $115,203,861, which is an increase of $5,877,497,000, which includes the pay raise for our CTE instructors. That is an explanation of the bill, Mr. President. I will yield for any questions. And as I said, this does have a reverse repealer and there's a strike all.
Okay. Seeing no questions, Senator?
My motion is we would move for adoption of the strike all.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it.
My motion is passage by use of the morning roll call.
Use of the morning roll call has been requested. Anyone object? Of course, voting no. Present. Seeing none, the bill passes. Thank you, Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. My motion is to take up items 2 and 3 in block.
And by 2 and 3 in block, Senator. Seeing all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it, Senator. 2 and 3. Mr. Clerk.
Ask the titles be read. Oh, sorry.
House Bill 1936, Appropriation Educational Television Authority for House Bill number 1937, Appropriation Library Commission.
Make use of your motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it.
I move adoption of the strike call and ask that you recognize Senator Delano to explain.
Senator Delano, you're recognized.
Senator DeBar, pardon me.
Senator DeBar, you're recognized.
This is Senator Barr, by the way, just in case you didn't know. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So House Bill 1936 is a strike all, and it represents the ETV, which is Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Senate action is $13,732,911, which represents a $600,000 increase over LBR. That amount reflects repair and renovation and replacement of microwave tower sites. As every year we try to fix the towers that MPB has, as we know how critical they are, especially when we have disasters around the states, whether they be ice storms, hurricanes, tornadoes. And so slowly but surely we're trying to get all of those towers up to date and working correctly. That is the ETV. House Bill 1937 also is a strike all, is the Library Commission. Senate action is $16,371,907, which represents a $2,224,464 increase over LBR. That amount is reflected by $130,000 increase in vacancy funding, as well as a $2,093,739 restoration of federal funds, federal grant authority. They had lost their grant authority, and so this allows them to pay for those grants. So that is an explanation of both bills, Mr. President. I'll yield for any questions.
Questions on the bill? Seeing none,
Move for adoption of the strike alls.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it, Senator.
My motion is we move passage by use of the morning roll
Use
call.
of morning roll call has been requested. Anyone object? Voting no. Present? Seeing none, Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ask we go to item 4 and have the title read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill 1933, appropriation, reappropriation, DFA Bureau of Building, fiscal year 2027.
I'll make the usual motion.
Use your motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it, Senator.
Ask that you recognize Senator DeBar to explain.
Senator DeBar.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1933 is the DFA Bureau of Buildings Discretionary R&R Fund. This does not have a reverse repealer, is not a strike all. This, upon passage, will go straight to the governor, barring any changes. So this is a reappropriations bill of R&R requests that have been passed over the last several years. The total amount is $577,282,206. As I said, this is just a reappropriation of these funds for these projects that we have passed in the last year or two. And I'll yield for any questions if there are any.
Seeing no questions, Senator.
Move for adoption of the strike all.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it, Senator.
Motion is we move by passage for the use of morning roll call.
Use of morning roll call has been requested. Anyone object? The court is voting no. Present? Seeing none. Bill passes by use of the morning roll call. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ask that we go to item 5 and have the title read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
Appropriation, reappropriation, DFA Bureau of Building, fiscal year 2027.
I'll make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it.
I move adoption of the strike all and ask that you recognize Senator DeBar to explain.
Senator DeBar, you recognize.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the legislative operations budget. It is a strike all. Senate action is $40,631,684. That is an increase of $570,000 over LBR. That is reflected by several things. Purchase of LBO computer equipment. We have a reapportionment contractual expenses and money to the Senate contingent fund. And so that is an explanation of the bill, Mr. President. I'll yield for any questions.
Seeing none, we're ready on your motion.
Move for adoption of the strike all.
Motion is to adopt the strike all. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Please proceed, Senator.
Move for passage by use of the morning roll call.
Use of morning roll call has been requested. Anyone object? Court is voting no. Present? Seeing none, the bill passes by use of the morning roll call. Item 6, Senator Hobson.
That's fine. Thank you, Mr. President. Ask that we go to item 6, have the title read.
Mr. Clerk.
House Bill 1924, appropriation, Attorney General.
I'll make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator.
I move adoption of the strike all and ask that you recognize Senator Wiggins to explain.
Senator Wiggins, you're recognized to explain the strike also.
Mr. President, we also have an amendment at the desk, please. I'd like to. The amendment is a reverse repealer.
Okay, one second.
My motion would be that we adopt the reverse repealer amendment.
Questions on the reverse repealer? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it.
Be allowed to explain the strike all, Mr. President.
Recognized
as
to
amended.
explain the strike all.
Thank you. This is the Attorney General's budget. The excuse me, the Senate action is $3,565,478 over LBR. Senate action total is $44,726,864. The Senate action, what that represents is a 5% increase for all agency attorneys, representing $766,478. Vacancy funding in the amount of $299,000, and We have given $2.5 million in authority for the Human Trafficking Fund. We had put into a deficit bill 1.5 for the Human Trafficking Fund. This is authority going forward on that. And Mr. President, be happy to answer any questions.
Questions on the bill? Seeing none, Senator?
Move passage on the morning roll call.
Use of the morning roll call is requested. We had a strike call. Did we adopt the strike call?
Move adoption of the strike call as amended.
I think that's right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Now we're ready, Senator.
Move passage on the morning roll call, Mr. President.
Anyone object to the procedure? Cards voting no. Present. Seeing none, the bill passes by use of the morning roll call. Item 7, Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ask that the title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill 1926, appropriation, Capital Post-Conviction Counsel Officer.
Make the usual motion.
Usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Please proceed.
Ask that you recognize Senator Wiggins to explain.
Senator Wiggins, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman. And this does not have a reverse repealer. This is final action, and Senate action is $2,316,226. That represents $206,000 over LBR. We adopted special fund authority to allow them to spend the remaining cash that's left over from court assessments on that, which represents the $206,000 above LBR. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions. If not, my motion would be passage on the morning roll call, Mr. President.
We have one question. Senator Suber, for what purpose, sir?
Question.
You a U.S. Senator?
Yes.
Senator Suber is recognized.
Senator Wiggins, does this have the funds we put in last year?
Have the what?
Have the funds we added last year for it was like $800,000 for a special district to have the state public defenders work in that circuit court district?
Yeah, this is capital post-conviction, not the public defender. We will be discussing that subsequently.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Senator Suber. Anyone else? Seeing none, Senator?
Move adoption on the morning roll call, Mr.
Use
President.
of the morning roll call has been requested. Anyone object? Voting no. Present. Seeing none, the bill passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I go to item 8, have the title read.
Mr. Clerk?
House Bill 1927, appropriation, district attorneys and staff.
Make the usual motion.
Usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Please proceed, Senator.
Move adoption of the strike call and ask you to recognize Senator Wiggins to explain.
Senator Wiggins, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman. Senate action is $36,138,105. That represents $12,000 above LBR. $12,000 is for the office expense allowance for the 3 new ADAs provided by the judicial redistricting from last year. Also wanted to know that, or to explain that we have provided $1,702,000 for the office expenses of the district attorneys, and the LBR was funded at $36,126,105, which is 6% above the FY26 estimate, and there were the salary increases and for the new staff provided by judicial redistricting, which allowed for $2,366,456. Also included PERS, the PERS increase, and health insurance costs. With that, Mr. President, be happy to answer any questions.
Questions on the bill? Senator Barrett.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With the judicial redistricting taking effect in January 1 of 2027, I was just curious. There's a district that I represent parts of, as well as Senator Brumfield and Senator Butler, which was Adams, Emmett, Wilkinson, and Franklin. Now they are going to include Pike County. Will they be getting additional ADA positions?
That's what they were saying. In this is the 3 additional ADA positions.
Is that for that district, or is that for the CCID?
I don't have that in, or what?
Was that for this particular, and the reason I ask is because I filed a bill asking for some additional legal assistance, assistant district attorney positions. I understood the 3 additional positions you were talking about were for the CCID.
So, if you're asked, this is funding what was in statute passed last year. If there was a bill, additional appropriation bill filed this year, this does not include that.
Thank you.
Other questions? Seeing none, Senator?
Move adoption of the strike all, Mr. President.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator, we're on the bill.
Move passage on the morning roll call, Mr. President.
Use of morning roll call has been requested. Anyone object to that procedure? Requires voting no. Present. Thank you, Senator. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. As we go to item 9 and have the title read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill 1930, Appropriation State Public Defender Office of.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator.
Thank you. I move adoption of the strike call. I ask you to recognize Senator Wiggins.
Senator Wiggins, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate action on the state public defender is $5,407,027, represents $728,677 above LBR. The Senate action represents $150,000 in general funds for family defenders in youth court, also $578,677 in capital expense funds for year 2 of the Rural Legal Services Pilot Program, which we had done last year. Also, there is $572,500 for indigent parental representation, as well as $578,677 for the Rural Public Defense Pilot Program as set up last year. And with that, Mr. President, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Senator Suber, for what purpose?
A question.
Do you yield, Senator Suber?
And I think the answer, I do, and I think the answer is yes.
Senator Suber, you recognize.
And I wasn't sure if it was in this bill or the prior one, but how much money is going to that pilot program this year?
It's going, so this year for year 2, $578,677 in capital expense funds for the rural pilot program, which is the 5th Circuit District.
Are we expanding that at all this year, or is it the same as it was last year?
When you say expanding it, you mean additional positions?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Yeah, that's including 1 additional attorney.
So how many attorneys would it be now?
I think last year we did 2, so that's 3.
And it's just in that district?
Just in that district.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
No further questions. Senator, a motion to strike all.
Move adoption of the strike all, Mr. President.
Senator moves adoption of the strike all. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Strike all is adopted. Senator. Motion.
My motion is final passage on the morning roll call, Mr. President.
The senator suggests the use of morning roll call final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by use of morning roll call as voting aye. This passed. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Go to item 10, have the title read.
Please read the title.
House Bill 1930, Appropriations Supreme Court Court of Appeals and Trial Judges Services.
Make the usual motion.
Senator, make the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator.
Move adoption of the strike call and ask to recognize Senator Wiggins to explain.
Senator Wiggins, you recognize to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman. This is the Supreme Court and total budget, and just going to kind of run down a couple of the big items, or a couple of the, not a couple, I'm sorry. I'm going to run down the items that are significant. Senate action is $8,274,967. That is below LBR. The reason for that is that some of the positions were moved around of the general fund's dollars were moved around and added to a couple different places. The total funding represents, first, there's $8,750,000 capital expense funds for replacement of the My Kids youth court computer system that we've been talking about. As stated before, that gets us the funding of that, which will be a 3-year implementation. There's $155,000 in general funds for membership to the National Center for State Courts, $280,000 in special fund authority for updates to the MEC system, along with $90,579 special fund authority for continuing legal education to hire qualified attorneys for the director to help fund the position dedicated to IT staff, $4 million in special fund authority for court reporter salaries, which are funded by the counties, but the payroll is processed through AOC. 266,132 general funds for one new chancellor, which was which represents the HB1 bill that was passed this year. That was when we talked about the correction that we had to do. Then 221,768 in general fund dollars for 3 head counts for AOC, for positions of HR, finance, and procurement. The LBR, and this is what I had said earlier, the LBR had represented, when we represented that, it included what I call the step increases for the judges' positions. And so our judges are getting the raises that are based on the 4-year amounts, but a lot of things that we had been presenting before, that is going to take place for coming years, where we've tightened up the language and have addressed those items and put in a one time every 4 years for the SPB to do a recommendation. And with that, Mr. President, I'd be happy to answer any question.
I see no question. Senator, motion.
My motion is to adopt the strike all, Mr. President.
Motion is to adopt strike all. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed no. The ayes have it.
And if there, yeah, my motion would be passage on the morning roll call if no further questions.
I think we have one question. Senator Sparks, for what purpose?
Question, Mr. President.
You yield, Senator Sparks?
Yes, and I'm sorry, before I answer that, I just wanted to state that also the funding includes $1,047,121 for CCID judges, and also $2 million for intake operations of the youth court. And so, yes, I do yield.
Senator Sparks.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I asked briefly in committee, but I just want to make sure. This bill does have a reverse repealer in it.
Yes.
Okay. The reason I asked that is I know we had a lot of debate, and we're not yet where we know what the numbers are going to be on the opioid settlement, and being that the adult intervention courts have been a tried and true way that we've dealt with the opioid crisis in our state, and there is a line item appropriation, but there's also a cap that exists on the number of participants, and that's within AOC's funding model. They get $6 million, I think maybe in the bill, or 625, something like that. But I appreciate you continuing to have the dialogue that if opioid settlement funds are in some way awarded for AOC, for intervention courts, that we would need to either appropriate in a separate vehicle, or we would need to change the appropriation in this bill to make sure they get the money that is geared toward opioid settlement funds. Is that fair?
That is fair, and ultimately I'll defer to the chairman on that, but should we decide and get to the point on the opioid funds, I would think that we would line item those through this bill, and that has been carried out. Well, we would line item through this bill.
Thank you very much.
And I appreciate you saying that, because that reminded me that there is an appropriation of $6.25 million for the felony drug court program.
Okay, no further questions, Senator. Motion.
Move passage on the morning roll call, Mr. President.
Senator suggests the use of morning roll call for final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill is passed. Item number 11, Senator Hobson.
Mr. President, I'm going to ask, and my motion will be to take up items 11, 12, 13, and 14 in block.
Motion is to take up items 11 through 14 in block. Anyone object? Anyone wish to set one aside? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Take them up in block. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that the titles be read.
Please read the titles.
House Bill 1912, Appropriation Medicaid Division of. House Bill 1909, Appropriation Human Services Department of. House Bill 1906, Appropriation Child Protection Services Department of. House Bill 1921, Appropriation Rehabilitation Services Department of.
I make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
I move adoption of the strike all and ask that you recognize Senator Blackwell to explain.
Senator Blackwell, you're recognized to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1906 is the Child Protective Services. The Senate action is $296 million.
Whoa, okay. It was 11, 12, 13, and 14, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you on item 11, 19, 12, House Bill 1912? Item 11 is House Bill 1912.
I'm sorry, Mr. President, I didn't have the calendar in front of me, so I've got it now.
Thank you.
So, 1912 Medicaid, the Senate action is $8,463,225,907, which is $101,610,031 over LBR. $100 million of that overage is general fund increase for operational expense. The remainder is for vacancy funding. There are performance measures in the bill, and this bill does have a reverse repealer. House Bill 1909, Department of Human Services, Senate action is $1,696,007,924, which is $33,172,662 over LBR. The increase is due to critical salary funding, vacancy funding, IT success project, a cottage demolition at Oakley, the Adolescent Opportunity Program pilot program, and the SNAP administration program. This bill also includes performance measures and has a reverse repealer. House Bill 1906, Child Protective Services, Senate action is $296,262,028, which is $5,349,993 over LBR. The difference is due to the hiring of 3 new attorneys, funding for the pathways systems, and vacancy funding. This bill also has a reverse repealer. Lastly, the Department of Rehab, House Bill 1921. Senate action is $260,565,149, which is $3,402,926 over LBR. Increase is due to a 3% cost of living that the feds provide so we can fully utilize the grant. The bill has performance measures, and this bill is on final passage. Now yield for questions.
Senator Blunt, what purpose?
Question.
You yield, Senator Blunt.
Yes, I will.
Senator Blunt, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Senator Blackwell. Two questions. The first relates to the Department of Human Services budget. I believe last year we appropriated $15 million for child care. Is there money for child care in this budget?
Yes, there is.
And what is that figure?
15.
Okay. I hope that can be increased. I know it's going to conference. Thank you. The budget for the Department of Child Protection Services, I believe the practice has been in the past to take a portion of the state's TANF dollars and use them to fund the general operating budget of the Department of Child Protection Services. Is that what we're doing again this year?
We are.
How much is that? How much TANF money are we using?
29.
29 million?
Yes.
And do you consider that appropriately a responsibility of the general fund, or do you think that we should take TANF money and use it for that purpose?
I would have to confer with the department on that.
Okay. Thank you, Senator Blackwell.
Okay, no further questions. Senator, you move to adopt the strike alls on 11 through 14.
Move for adoption of the strike alls. Yes, sir.
Move for adoption of the strike alls on items 11 through 14.
Yes, sir.
Anyone object? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it.
And
Senator
move for
Blackwell.
final passage by the use of the morning roll call.
Senator suggests the use of the morning roll call, final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of the morning roll calls, voting aye, and those bills have passed. Senator Hobson.
So we'll go to item 15 on the calendar and have the title read.
Please read the title.
House Bill 1908, Appropriation Health Department of.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Thank you. I move adoption of the strike all and ask that you recognize Senator Hill to explain.
Senator Hill, you're recognized to explain.
First thing I'd like to do is adopt a reverse repealer for the strike all.
Well, hold on. Did we take up the strike all, didn't the amendment?
No, he's right. Amendment to the strike
Oh, amendment to the strike all, Senator Hill? Okay.
Correct, it's on the screen, just to add a reverse repealer.
All right. Motion is to adopt the repealer amendment. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. All right, Senator Hill.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is the budget for the State Department of Health. In overall terms, the Senate action is $1 million over LBR, and I will explain that in detail, but wanted to say that the local government and rural water, the burn care fund, medical cannabis fund, they're all at LBR. And the $1 million that is being added is basically for to develop capacity and infrastructure for public health priorities, to include obesity management, remote patient monitoring, cancer screenings for individuals without health insurance, and for the obstetrical system of care to address maternal and fetal infant mortality. That is what the health department had asked for those areas of concern with health across the state. One of the other major changes, there was an additional reappropriation for the Jackson Water litigation from 2.045 to 3.7 million on the Jackson Water. And those are the two major changes in the health department's budget. And it does have a reverse repealer, so you will see this again after conference. But right now, the current total is $1 million over LBR. Be happy to answer any questions.
No questions, Senator.
My motion would be adoption of the strike all on the morning roll call.
The motion is that
Adopt
we
strike
adopt
all.
the strike all as amended. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it.
Now my motion will be for adoption on the morning roll call.
The senator suggested use the morning roll call final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of morning roll calls voting aye, and the bill is passed. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. My motion is to take up items 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 in block.
16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 in block. Anyone object? All in favor? Well, anyone wish to set one aside? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Senator Hobson.
Thank you. Ask the titles be read.
Please read the titles.
House Bill number 1913, Appropriation Medical License Board of. House Bill number 1915, Appropriation Nursing Board of. House Bill 1914, Appropriation Nursing Home Administrators Board of. House Bill 1917, Appropriation Physical Therapy Board. House Bill 1918, Appropriation Psychology Board of.
Thank you. Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
I move adoption of the strike all, and I'll ask that you recognize Senator Hill to explain.
Senator Hill, you recognize to explain.
Thank you. The first one that we have is the Board of Medical Licensure. This is the only one in the block that has a reverse repealer, and currently it is at LBR. The second one is the Board of Nursing Home Administrators. It is $8,857 above LBR, and that is for a vacancy funding and public cloud migration for their IT services. The next one is the Board of Nursing. It is $418,910 over LBR, and that is $355,624 for vacancy funding, then $13,800 for military medics program that was in House Bill 1262 of 2025 regular session, then $49,486 for public cloud migration on the Board of Nursing. The next one is the Board of Physical Therapy. Theirs is $52,516 over LBR, and those are $38,610 to update their license system, $5,545 for data migration to the public cloud, and then $8,361 for vacancy funding. The last one is the Board of Psychology. It is $8,000 over LBR, and $2,500 is for contractual technology updates, and then $5,500 of that extra is for ITS cloud funding. And I'll be happy to take any questions on these, and these are all special fund agencies, and the only one with a reverse repealer is the Board of Medical Licensure.
All right, no question, Senator. Motion on the strike all, or strike alls.
Motion will be adopt the strike all.
Motion is to adopt the strike all. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Now, Senator.
Motion will be passage on the morning roll call.
Senator suggests you use the morning roll call final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present. Use the morning roll call as voting aye, and the bills have passed. We go to item 21. Senator Hobson.
Ask that we have the title read.
Please read title.
House Bill 1895, Appropriation Port Authority State.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Ask that you recognize Senator Thompson to explain.
Senator Thompson, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1895 is the appropriation for the Mississippi State Port Authority at Gulfport. This is a special fund agency. There are no state general funds in this budget. I do have an amendment, Mr. President, at the proper time.
Okay, you recognize for the amendment.
The amendment would be on Section 5 of the bill, increasing the amount that the Mississippi State Port Authority could use for the purpose of funding overtime, callback, or standby pay for port employees from $135,000 for the year to $225,000 for the year. The reason for the increase is to allow the port to use their employees for line handling services. They are currently getting and are anticipating additional ship calls that will require those overtime services. That's a brief explanation of the amendment. If there are none, I move to adopt the amendment.
No questions on the amendment. Seeing none, the motion is to adopt the amendment. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it. Amendment's adopted. Senator Thompson.
So the bill itself, the funding itself, stays at $78,569,033 in authority, inclusive of the additional the increase for the overtime pay. That's a brief explanation of the bill. If there are no questions, move for final passage on the morning roll call.
Seeing no questions, the senator suggests use morning roll call, final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by use morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill is passed. Item 22.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask, my motion is to take up items 22 and 23 in block.
Motion is to take up items 22 and 23 in block. Anyone wish to set one aside? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Senator,
Ask the titles be read.
please read titles.
House Bill 1898, appropriation Pat Harrison Waterway District. House Bill 1899, appropriation Pearl River Valley Water Supply District.
Move adoption of the strike alls.
Senator moves adoption of the strike alls.
I'm sorry, usual motion. Did I make usual motion?
No, you didn't. I'm
Usual
sorry.
motion, I'm sorry.
Senator makes usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.
Now I
Ayes
move.
have it.
Thank you. Now I move adoption of the strike alls and ask you to recognize Senator Thompson to explain.
Senator Thompson, you're recognized to explain the strike alls.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. President. House Bill 1898 is for the Pat Harrison Waterway District. LBR was $7,782,232 in authority. Senate action includes an increase of $2.5 million for contractual services. Those will be paid for by special funds. An increase of $1 million for capital improvements for repair and remodeling of facilities located throughout the districts. That will be subject to capital expense funding availability. And an increase of $94,464 in vacancy funding. That would be special fund authority. So the total Senate action for Pat Harrison is $11,376,696. House Bill 1899 is for the Pearl River Valley Water Supply District. LBR was $22,676,107. Senate action included increases of $400,000 for a gateway study for them to study the gate at the spillway to evaluate its sustainability and whether or not it can continue to function. That is $200,000 in special funds in addition to $200,000 in capital expense funds subject to their availability. An increase of $4 million for infrastructure upgrades to the road. That would be based on special funds. And an increase of $1,750,000 in special funds for dredging operations. It brings the total Senate action to $28,826,107 for the Pearl River Valley Water Supply District. That's a brief explanation of the strike alls. If there are no questions, I move to adopt the strike alls.
Seeing no question, Senator moves to adopt the strike alls. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it. Senator Thompson.
Move for final passage of House Bill 1898 and 1899 by use of morning roll call.
Senator suggests use morning roll call, final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bills have passed. Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we take up items 24 and 25 in block.
Motion is to take up items 24 and 25 in block. Anyone wish to set one aside? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it.
Aye.
Senator in block.
Ask the titles be read.
Please read the titles.
House Bill 1903, appropriation Tongue Bigby River Valley Water Management District. House Bill 1905, appropriation Yellow Creek State Inland Port Authority.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it. Usual motion is adopted. Senator.
Ask to recognize Senator Thompson to explain.
Senator Thompson, you recognized to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bills 1903 and 1905 are for the Tom Bigby River Water Valley Management District and the Yellow Creek State Inland Port Authority. Action on both of these has been at level funding at LBR. The total for Yellow Creek is $27,094,906, and for Tom Bigby, $9,101,320. That's a brief explanation of the bill. If there are no questions, move for final passage on the morning roll call.
Seeing no questions, Senator suggests use morning roll call final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present that use morning roll call as voting aye, and those bills have passed. Item 26, Senator
Do
Hobson.
we have the title read?
Please read title.
House Bill 1938, Appropriation Transportation Department.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Move adoption of the strike call and ask you to recognize Senator Thompson to explain.
Senator Thompson, you recognize to explain the strike call.
Before I explain the strike call, Mr. President, we do have an amendment to add a reverse repealer.
All right.
Like to be recognized.
You have the amendment? Okay. You're recognized to explain.
There's a few moving parts in the MDOT budget right now. There was no reverse repealer in the House bill that was sent over. This would add a reverse repealer to make sure that we keep the bill on our side, or at least in the legislature, so that we can address any last-minute changes. It's a brief explanation of the amendment. I move to adopt the amendment. If there are no questions.
Seeing no questions, move for adoption of the amendment. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The amendment's adopted. Senator Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have a strike all adding some additional funding for MDOT. Most of these are special funds, including $1,104,711 increase in vacancy funding, $180,000 in travel, $820,000 in maintenance and construction, another $22 million in asphalt, fuel, and aggregates, $2,635,782 in equipment for maintenance and construction, and $9 million towards the 3-year highway plan. The bill, this came up during committee. The bill also includes an additional $265 million in capacity projects. Those are that's the separate bill that we passed earlier this year for the capacity projects in Madison and Rankin, and that's subject to a capital expense fund transfer. So the total increase over LBR funding was $67,740,493 plus that $265 million and another $40 million in the IIGA highway match for another $305 million over LBR. That's a brief explanation of the bill. Happy to answer any questions.
Seeing no questions, we need to now adopt the strike call.
Motion would be to adopt the strike call.
Motion is, we do have a question. Senator Wiggins, what purpose?
Question.
You yield, Senator Wiggins.
Of course.
Senator Wiggins.
Thank you. We have adopted the strike call, right? I'm sorry,
No,
we've
we
adopted the amendment for the reverse repealer?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Since our committee meeting and my question, I've received another different response to my question in committee. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Subcommittee Chairman, would you please work to find out what the issue is about relocating utilities in capacity projects by cities? Because I'm being told, to this point, I've received 5 different explanations about that. And to your credit in committee, you said that a lot of times that's included in the project cost, which is what my thought was.
That's my understanding, yes, is that the utility relocation is included in the project cost. It's in that engineering.
Right. And I appreciate that. And as I said, since our committee meeting, I've been given another explanation. And what's happening is my municipalities are being told to fund millions of dollars that, as I understand it, should have already been funded to move these utilities. And I'm just asking for the right explanation of how this is going on in these capacity projects. And if it has to get to my specific one, I'm happy to go down that road.
Okay. The additional explanation you got since committee was from MDOT or from your local?
MDOT.
Okay.
And so with the reverse repealer, would y'all mind working on that with me as we go forward?
No, just like I told you in committee, we'll work to try to get that addressed for your specific project and for others to make sure that there's clarification.
What I'm afraid of, I think, Mr. Chairman, as you understand, is they're trying to put the funding on the back of these utilities these municipalities, when they were told it was going to be covered in some other cost of the project. That's all.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, that was the purpose of the reverse repealer, to make sure we had that in there so we could address your issue and a couple others. And I'm committed to working with you to do that and work with MDOT and get an answer.
Great, I thought so. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, seeing no further questions, the senator has moved for adoption of the amendment, the strike all amendment as amended. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it.
Move
Final passage, sir.
Passage on the morning roll call.
Senator suggests use morning roll call, final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by use morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill is passed. Go to item 27, Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that we go to item 27, have the title read.
Please read title.
House Bill 1923, Appropriation Athletic Commission.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye. All
Aye.
opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
I move adoption of the strike all and ask that you recognize Senator Turner Ford to explain.
Senator Turner Ford, you recognize, sir. Explain the strike all.
Thank you, Mr. President. House Bill 1923 is the budget for the Athletic Commission. Senate action is $174,704. That the House agreed to this position. There is no reverse repealer. This is a special fund agency. I'll yield for questions.
Any questions on the strike all? No questions, Senator?
Move adoption of the strike all.
Senator moves for adoption of the strike all amendment. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. That's Senator final passage.
I move for passage based on the use of the morning roll call.
Senator suggests use the morning roll call for final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill is passed. Thank you, Senator Turner Ford.
Thank you.
Go to item 28.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that the title be read.
Please read title.
House Bill 1925, Appropriation Auctioneers Commission.
I make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
I ask that you recognize Senator Turner Ford to explain.
Senator Turner Ford, you recognize to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the budget for the Auctioneers Commission, House Bill 1925. Senate action is $117,462. This again is a special fund agency with the budget approved at LBR. I move for adoption based on the use of the morning roll call, if there are no questions.
Seeing no questions, the senator suggested use of the morning roll call final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill is passed. Go to item 29, Senator Hobson.
My motion is to take up items 29, 30, 31, and 32 in block.
29, 30, 31, and 32 in block. Anyone, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Now, anyone wish to set one aside? Seeing none, Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ask that the titles be read.
Please read titles.
House Bill number 1907, Appropriation Board of Cosmetology and Barbering. House Bill number 1890, Appropriation Engineers and Land Surveyors Board of Registration for Professional. House Bill number 1892, Appropriation Forces Board of Registration for. House Bill number 1916, Appropriation Optometry Board of.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Thank you. I move adoption of the strike call and ask you to recognize Senator Turner Ford to explain.
Senator Turner Ford, you're recognized to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1907 is the Board of Cosmetology and Barbering. Senate action is $1,806,579. Senate action is $234,473 above LBR. This consists of funds for new evaluators as well as postage, restoring cuts to LBR, as well as ITS cloud migration funds. The total increase again is $234,473. I move adoption based on the use of the morning roll call. There is no, move adoption of the strike call.
Senator moves for adoption of the strike-alls. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator.
I move adoption based on the use of the morning roll call.
The senator suggests the use of morning roll call for final passage. Any senator object? Any senator wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present. The use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bills have passed. Go to item 33. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. My apologies. Those were in block. I think Senator Turner Ford just explained that one, so she's going to explain 30, 31, and 32, and then remake the motion would be I think the proper thing, unless we need to move to reconsider, but remake. All right, we're moving to, that's on all four then?
Yeah.
Okay, we voted on all four, and I'm sure the members of the Senate don't mind that they voted on all four. If anyone objects, catch me later. Move to item 33 and have the title read. You can hold on the motion to reconsider. Item 33, have the title read.
Please read title.
House Bill number 1920, Appropriation Real Estate Commission.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it.
I ask you to recognize Senator Turner Ford to explain.
Senator Turner Ford, recognized to explain.
Let me regroup. The budget for the Real Estate Commission, which is House Bill 1920. Senate action is $1,950,524, which is $198,929 over LBR, which represents critical salaries funding, vacancy funding, as well as funding of a legal services contract. There is no reverse repealer.
Okay.
And if there are no questions, I move adoption by use of the morning roll call.
Okay, seeing no questions, Senator suggests use of morning roll call, final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by Senator Blackwell. For what purpose? Present for Senator Blackwell. Please record all others present by the use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill has passed. Senator Hobson.
Go to item 34 and have the title read.
Please read title.
House Bill 1919, Appropriation Real Estate Appraisal Licensing Certification Board.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Adoption of the strike call, and ask that you recognize Senator Turner Ford to explain.
Senator Turner Ford, you're recognized to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1919, which is the Real Estate Appraisal Board. The Senate action is $749,462, which is at LBR as agreed upon by the House and the Senate. I move adoption.
Move adoption of the amendments of the strike all.
Move adoption of the strike all.
Mr. Senator moves for adoption of the strike all. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Strike all is amended.
Now I move for adoption based on the use of the morning roll call.
Senator has suggested use of morning roll call, final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present. The use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill has passed. Item 35, Senator.
Ask the title be read.
Please read title.
House Bill 1922, Appropriation Social Workers and Marriage and Family Therapies Board, Board of Examiners Board.
I make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
I ask that you recognize Senator Turner Ford to explain.
Senator Turner Ford.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Board of Social Workers, Marriage Family Therapists, House Bill 1922. Senate action is $330,629, which is $23,694 over LBR, which consists of vacancy funding, travel to participate according to the compact agreement, as well as IT enhancements for contractual and equipment services. If there are no questions, I move adoption based on the use of the morning roll call.
Seeing no questions, the senator suggests the use of the morning roll call, final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill is passed. Senator Hobson.
As we go to item 36, have the title read.
Please read title.
House Bill 1932, Appropriation Veterans Home Purchase Board.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
I move adoption of the strike call and ask that you recognize Senator Turnford to explain.
Senator Ford, you recognize to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, House Bill 1932 is the budget for the Veterans Home Purchase Board. Senate action is $84,594,361. That's the position of the House and the Senate. And there is no reverse repealer. So if there are no questions, I move adoption of the strike all.
Senator moves for adoption of the strike all. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator.
I now move adoption based on the use of the morning roll call.
The senator suggests the use of morning roll call, final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill is passed. Senator Hobson.
Mr. President, I move that we take up items 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45 in block.
Items 37 through 45 in block. Does anyone object? Anyone wish to set one aside? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask the titles be read.
Please read titles.
House Bill 1891, Appropriation Environmental Quality Department of. House Bill 1910, Appropriation Fire Academy. House Bill 1911, Appropriation Insurance Department of. House Bill 1897, Appropriation Oil and Gas Board. House Bill 1929, Appropriation Public Employees Retirement System. House Bill 1900, Appropriation Public Service Commission. House Bill 1901, Appropriation Public Utility Staff. House Bill 1902, Appropriation Soil and Water Conservation Commission. House Bill 1904, Appropriation Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks Department of.
I'll make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Thank you. I move adoption of the strike alls and ask that you recognize Senator Delano to explain.
Senator Delano, you recognize to explain the strike alls.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. President. House Bill 1891 is the DEQ budget. Final action on it was $273,546,581. That is $1,120,059 above LBR. There is no reverse repealer in this bill. What we did with the additional funds is we funded some vacancies at $275,345, and then we also added some general funds in the amount of $844,714 for the state revolving loan match fund. I also want the body to know that there was some additional language that was added to this bill, and this regards an issue that the agency has been working on for a couple of years, and it regards the waters of the state. Some of you may be aware of this, and I know that I've talked with a number of you on this particular issue. The department is currently getting additional information and is doing a really good job of collecting stakeholder interest from all over. What we wanted to do is to make sure that there weren't any new additional regs added before the legislature has an opportunity to review what is going to be proposed. So we did add language in this bill that says, as a condition of the receipt of the funds and appropriated in sections 1 and 2 of this act, the department shall not promulgate rules or regulations to establish a state water alteration program or any similar program that would apply to permanent, intermittent, ephemeral, or as well as any certain wetlands And that just gives us the opportunity for us to review those regs before they go into place. So that's an explanation of the Department of Environmental Quality. I'll yield for any questions on that here in just one second. Going to House Bill 1910, that is the State Department of Fire Academy. Final action on that, or Senate action on that, is $8,332,433. That is an increase over LBR of $1,344,065. We added back some vacancies. We also addressed an issue with instructor pay plan that helps the Fire Academy retain fire instructors. They were having a large turnover because of many of our local agencies were taking the fire instructors and hiring them for a little bit higher pay at a local level. So we gave them some money for that. We also had 2 projects for capital expense in this academy. One was for a water system repair. The other was for 2 vehicles that they needed to be replaced, and that was for a total of $500,000. House Bill 1911 is the Department of Insurance. Senate action was $42,252,776. That's $12,000 or $12,050 over LBR, and that's just for an increase in travel fees. We did add a reverse repealer to that particular bill. House Bill 1197 is the Oil and Gas Board. There is no reverse repealer in this. Senate action was $7,432,487. That's $2 million over LBR. And this is an agency that has a trust fund that typically we would like to see the trust fund build up so that they can fund their entire agency operations out of that fund. Over the past couple of years, they've run down below the point to which they can operate the agency completely out of general funds, so we had to add another $2,200,000 to their operations, as well as we added another $2 million for capital or for out of capital expense funds for emergency plug or well plugging fund. That has no reverse repealer in it. House Bill 1929, is PERS, administrative budget. This has no reverse repealer in it. Senate action is $21,201,794. That is $289,586 over LBR, and that's just to fund some vacancies that we replaced for them. Public Service Commission is House Bill 1900. This has no reverse repealer in it. Senate action, $5,333,007. And we had an LBR overage of $3,312, and that just applies to vacancies that we added back to them. House Bill 1901 is the Public Utilities Staff. This has no reverse repealer in it. Senate action is $2,556,315, and that is at LBR. Soil and Water Conservation Commission is House Bill 1902. Senate action is $45,088,951, and that is $330,659 over LBR. We did a restoration of 1 pin out of general funds, and then we funded a couple of vacancies that totaled $93,591. And we had federal fund authorization for some natural resource training or education funds for $70,000, and then we added capital expense funds for $50,000 to complete a project for river gauges on the Pearl River. That's an explanation. That does not have a reverse repealer in it, and that's an explanation of that bill. Last bill does have a reverse repealer in it. This is the Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks. This is House Bill 1904. Senate action was $103,364,000 $406. That is $9,140,553 over LBR. We did fund critical salaries for a new law enforcement academy class. That was $1 million, or just over $1 million. We had vacancy fundings that we added back. That was $3,113,684. And then we did add capital expense funds in the amount of $5 million for our park improvement plan. And I think each of you should take the opportunity to go and see what has been done for our national or for our state parks. I think you'll all be impressed with what's going in there, and I'm glad to see that we're starting to run some of these parks in the black now. And hats off to the Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks Department for making sure that happens. And again, that does have a reverse repealer in it, and I will yield for any questions, Mr. President.
No questions.
Move for adoption of the strike-alls.
Senator moves for adoption of the strike-alls. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no.
Move for
Ayes
final
have it.
passage by the use of the morning roll call.
Strike-alls were amended. Senator now, seeing no questions, Senator suggests the use of morning roll call for final passage. Any senator object? Any senator wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bills have passed. Item 46, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ask that the title be read.
Please read title.
House Bill 1889, Appropriation Archives and History Department of.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Move adoption of the strike call and ask that you recognize Senator McCon to explain.
Senator McCon, you're recognized to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is our Archives and History Bill. You're going to find that our final action on this is going to be $87,437,000. Of that, you have some vacancy funding, some janitorial staff, and then we've got our projects coming from the capital expense, being Vicksburg Military Park, Grand Village construction project, the preservation of historical artifacts at the Capitol, and the Mississippi Historic Site Preservation Fund, along with the Heritage Grant Preservation Grant. All that comes together. It's about $62 million over our LBR, but that's all of our project money that's being put in there. And this is an attempt to move it forward. It does not have the reverse repealer in there, but the likelihood is that it's probably not going to be concurred on the other side yet until we go through some additional negotiations. So we're just bringing this forward now. Mr. President, I would entertain questions at this point. If not, my motion is to adopt the strike-off.
Seeing no questions, Senator moves for adoption of the strike-all. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.
All right, and then the only other thing on there, I want to go ahead and mention this before I do my final motion, is you do have the oral history project at the back of $50,000, and that's pretty consistent with what we've done the whole way across. So, Mr. President, I suggest use the morning roll call for final passage.
Senator suggests the use of morning roll call for final passage. Anyone? Senator Blunt? Okay. Any senator object? Any senator wish to be recorded as voting no? Senator Blunt, for what purpose? Senator Blunt as present. So, anyone else? If not, please record all others present by the use of morning roll calls voting aye, and the bill is passed. Okay, we go to item 47.
I ask that my motion is to take up items 47, 48, 49, and 50 in block.
47, 48, 49, and 50 in block. Does anyone object? Does anyone wish to set one aside? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
I ask the titles be read.
Please read the titles.
Bill 1934, Appropriation Arts Commission, House Bill 1893, Appropriation Forestry Commission, House Bill 1894, Appropriation Grand Gulf Monument Commission, House Bill number 1896, Appropriation Marine Resources Department of.
Make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator Hobson.
Thank you. I move adoption of strike-alls and ask you recognize Senator McCon to explain.
Senator McCon, you're recognized to explain the strike-alls.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're going to run these through in block, of course. We're going to start with the Forestry Commission, House Bill 1893, What you're going to find on that is final action from the Senate. It's going to be $31,888,544. Of that, we have $319,000 for critical salaries, and then vacancy funding being the only two things added from the Senate.
It's on 47, right? 47.
Our next bill that's going to come forward is going to be House Bill 1894, Grand Gulf Military Monument Commission.
Wait a minute.
You're going to see that the final action from the Senate is going to be $853,614, which is $345,000 above LBR. Of that $345,000 is from capital expense money for the road repairs. If you know anything about this area, please note that we're moving forward, trying to get it back in a good position. If you want to know more about it, fine. Senator Albert Butler, he will tell you more about that on any day. The next bill is going to be House Bill 1896, Department of Marine Resources. This is the only bill that's got a reverse repealer in here. The rest of them do not have reverse repealers in them. Of course, you know Marine Resources is one that is generally one of the last bills that we actually conclude here in this chamber. Final action on this one from the Senate is going to be $261,062,322. That's $373,358 above LBR, and that's really just for vacancy funding. Nothing else is included in there that's been added from the Senate. The titling side, if you look on the next page there, it's $11,394,440. Over LBR is about $5 million, and that's just authority for prior year titling projects. If you look at the final bill, you'll see that we've rearranged things and tried to get them in order from the different years, and that's really the only change that's coming in place on that bill. Last bill here is going to be our Arts Commission. Arts Commission is going to be House Bill 1934. Of that, we have Senate action of $9,648,150. That's going to be $64,648 for critical salaries, $7,838 for vacancy funding, some compliance updates in the amount of $50,000, and then the folk life area at the National Folk Festival, $273,000. Finally, you've got building fund for the Arts Grants Program, hopefully being funded right at $5 million. That's what's been added in on the Arts Commission there. Mr. President, I would entertain questions at this time.
Okay, first, I may have a question here. We didn't go by the calendar, but we covered all the items. Okay, I wanted to make sure that everyone understood that. The Arts Commission was first and it was actually the last, so I want everyone to understand that.
I apologize, Mr. President. That was listed last on my sheet there.
I got you.
Entertain questions if needed.
No questions.
All right, I would move for adoption of all of the strike-alls.
Senator move for adoption of all the strike-alls. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it.
Mr. President, I would suggest use of the morning roll call for final passage of all of these bills.
The senator suggests the use of the morning roll call for final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present by the use of morning roll calls voting aye. Bills are passed. Now, item 51, Senator.
Thank you. Finally, last on the supplemental calendar, item 51, I ask that the title be read.
Please read title.
House Bill 1940, Appropriations, Additional Appropriation for Fiscal Year 2026 and Fiscal Year 2027.
I make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator.
I move adoption of the strike call and ask to be recognized to explain.
You're recognized to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is the deficit bill we passed previously. We have negotiated some of these items with the House already. As most of you know, we'll probably end up doing at least one more deficit bill, maybe another after that, depending on how things close out here at the end of the session. I can go over all the things we did, but what I thought I would do, I've explained many of these deficits already, and I'm happy to answer questions on any of them, but it's the AG settlements that we talked about. It's paying the lawsuits that we have pending right now. We have covered all of those. Nothing's changed in that. The new sections I will hit on that we've agreed with the House. We had $8 million for, we had $4 million for renovation and repair and relocation at the Bolton building down on the coast. The House had a higher number. We agreed on $6 million. That's capital expense funds that will be used. We had in the Mississippi 250 or the Semi-Quincentennial Commission, we were slightly different there. We settled on $1.25 million of capital expense funds to be utilized there. We had $16,626 for the Educable Child Fund. This related to students that were sent through the Forest County schools and expenses related to Educable Child, and that's EEF funds that will be used. We had the income verification software for the Department of Human Services. We've talked about that a lot, trying to cut down on the error rate with DHS. Special funds will be $1.5 million there. In addition, there's money in here for the Jackson Water litigation. Y'all know we funded a deficit last year on that too. There's a class action, I think it is, or mass tort kind of case that's going on right now with Jackson Water, and that is $3,748,030. That's capital expense funds as well. One other thing I want to point out that I brought to the committee's attention this morning is we previously had $35 million set aside for Medicaid deficit. We have not agreed on a number, and we're in negotiations on what that Medicaid deficit will be this year. I do think something neither one of us have settled on yet is what CPS will need. They will probably need a deficit. And then the funds that we've talked about for MEMA, we had some funds in there for MEMA disaster. We're not sure of that yet, but that too likely will be in the next deficit bill to help take care of the problems. This one does have the funds that we had for MEMA for the emergency management program that I mentioned last time, and we've agreed on that, but it was paying the counties $2,672,869 out of capital expense fund for the EMPG changes that had taken place with FEMA, and also $1,315,990 to be paid to MEMA for the same program. And that explains the deficit bill. I'll be happy to yield for questions.
See no questions, Senator.
Hearing none, my motion is to adopt the strike all.
Motion is to adopt the strike all. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Strike all is amended. Senator.
Now you ask that the morning roll call be used for final passage.
Senator suggests use the morning roll call final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Seeing none, please record all present. Oh, I'm sorry. Senator Chisholm and Senator Hartness, no. Senator Hill, no. Anyone else? Seeing no others, please record all others present by the use of morning roll call as voting aye, and the bill has passed. Okay, that concludes our calendar.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir. You recognize Senator McCon.
Mr. President, I would move to suspend the rules to go back to item number 89 on today's calendar.
Senator moves that we suspend the rules, go back to item 89. Anyone object? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.
Mr. President, I would call up item number 89, Senate Bill 2632, and ask the title be read.
Please read title.
Senate Bill 2632, Local Governments Disaster Recovery Emergency Loan Program, create.
Mr. President, this being our first conference report to adopt here, I would ask that you recognize Senator Delano to explain the conference report.
Senator Delano, you're recognized.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the revolving loan fund that we discussed several weeks ago. Had a lot of hard work between my House counterpart, specifically Representative Clay DeWeese. We've worked a lot with MEMA. We've worked with FEMA directly to confirm that we are doing what's best for our local jurisdictions and trying to get them money. I'm going to explain the bill as it is today. I'm not going to try to show you the differences between what we passed, and I'm just going to tell you the way that we got to this conference report. We know that federal assistance is coming. Local governments also often face a liquidity crunch where they have to have immediate dollars to help with recovery, to remove debris and to do infrastructure repairs, but they can't wait for months or years for the federal reimbursements to arrive. This act creates a bridge or to ensure municipalities and counties can rebuild without going bankrupt. Mechanics of this loan program are as follows. Who are eligible for this? Counties, municipalities, and any political subdivisions within the federally declared disaster areas that have applied for FEMA assistance. This gives MEMA and as far as the distribution of the funds and how they would be distributed, it gives MEMA and the the person that will be administering these funds the authorization to try to do this in a fair and balanced way. We originally had language in here that talked about doing a pro rata share amount, or that became too complex and too difficult to state in a code section. So we discussed that with MEMA and FEMA to make sure that we are able to use this money multiple times and allow it to churn within our local governments. What's covered, eligible expenses are defined as 75% of reimbursable, or of expenses that are reimbursable under the FEMA public assistance categories A through F. That includes debris removal and emergency protective measures and utility repairs. To keep this at a low cost for the locals, the loans will carry a 0% interest rate until FEMA reimbursements are processed. When the payments are made to this, when the reimbursements are made to, and the paperwork goes up to MEMA, MEMA then gives the paperwork to FEMA. FEMA then gives the state of Mississippi money. And at that point in time, at the level of MEMA, the amount of these loans will be recaptured. Anything that's remaining will go down to the local entities. As far as accountability is concerned, we wanted to make sure that this wasn't just a handout. We put some protections in for the taxpayers, and we put in some security measures as well. These loans are collateralized. They're collateralized by the amount of reimbursement that they're going to get from FEMA, but we also stated that if there were any other deficiencies or de-obligations from FEMA, that the local governments must pledge a dedicated revenue source like sales tax or use tax distributions, or even homestead exemptions that we provide for them. That will be in the loan documents that will go, that each individual entity will have to sign for every loan. If there is a rejection protection, if FEMA rejects an application, then the amount that is rejected, that is the balance that the entity owns, has to be repaid by that entity within 2 years. That amount that is left over would have an assessment of 1% of interest rate to just maintain the loan itself. The safety valve is that if they fall behind on their payments, the Department of Revenue is authorized to withhold the tax distributions like we had talked about in the collateral. These loans will be issued up to July 1 of 2027. And again, this idea for the revolving loan fund is that once municipalities get to a certain threshold where they ask for reimbursement from FEMA and they receive that reimbursement, they can apply again for within the fund to get additional dollars to help them with their cash flow. We've also provided some streamlining of procedures for procurement, where we exempted MEMA from the Public Procurement Review Board for the purpose of these service contracts, as well as we required MEMA to provide reports to the legislature both before the session starts and then also halfway through or in February of session, so that we can keep an eye on a track on that. Again, this isn't a handout. This is a lifeline for many of our local communities. Leaders need to fix the roads, repair the pipes, and restore our communities back to where they need to be. This is an opportunity for us to help our local municipalities get through these hard times, and in a manner that is responsible for all the taxpayers. That's an explanation of the conference report, and I'll yield for questions.
Senator Bryan, what purpose? You'd like to speak? Okay, seeing no questions, Senator Bryan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to thank Senator Delano, first of all, for his hard work on this bill, and secondly, and more important, for listening to me talk about it for a good bit of time. I have concerns about this whole situation because there have been events in the district I represent. There were two different tornadoes, one in Smithville, one in Amory, and there have been tornado damage in Tupelo. So there's been, I had some experience. The notion that the state would make an interest-free loan to people who are affected by disasters is a most excellent thing and exactly what we should be doing. There is an enormous cash flow problem that happens in the immediate aftermath of an event like this. Not only does an entity have the expense of trying to repair damage, but also the entity frequently has a loss of revenue. If your stores have all been blown away, you're not going to be able to get the sales tax that you once had. I can tell you that in Amory, they're still recovering from the lack of revenue at the utility department, which is one of the best utility departments on the face of the earth, but they lost some customers, and they lost some customers that used a great deal of electricity as a result of that, so that their revenue was lost, and they're still trying to pay back the loan and having to deal with the interest on it. The notion that the state would make available interest-free or low-interest loans is something we can do. We can make the loans quickly and provide some relief to these people and whoever the future victims are of future disasters as well. I have a great deal of concern that this is being housed at MEMA. I think we're going to get involved in an awful lot of rigmarole and unnecessary mess. And I also understand they're going to hire a contractor. I think we're going to pay the contractor more money than we could get this done some other way, less expensively. And I just saying, I think maybe when I grow up, I want to be a contractor. But having said all that, I know that there are thoughts and plans going forward about how to set up something that automatically kicks in for future events. That's a very fine thing to do. The state can provide money. It costs the state next to nothing to do this. It's an enormous benefit to the local people, and to the extent the money can get there quickly, it just really makes a huge impact quicker. So I'm glad that this specific thing's taken place, and I'm also glad that there are plans to do something long-term. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Delano.
Just like to be recognized to say one other thing. This is the general bill, and I forgot to tell the body that the appropriations for the money that will go into this loan fund will come at a later date. This is only the general bill. Also, wanted to comment a little bit to Senator Bryant. With respect to the loan that is made, there is a 0.5% origination fee that the contractor will get for that. That will be for every loan that is made. But that was a very cost-effective way. It's general practice for commercial business for us to do loans, particularly like this. And I'm trying to do everything I can and we can to control the cost of the administration of this program. If there are no other questions, I'd like to move for adoption of the conference report.
Motion, Senator McClendon. I had McCon on my mind. I'm sorry about that. It was this actually he was the lead conferee on this. So.
Question, please, sir.
You yield?
I will yield, yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Chairman Delano, for all your hard work on all of this. North Mississippi thanks you. Who will be deciding, who will be picking the contractor?
It'll be MEMA. And the reason.
And they'll send out a MOU?
No, actually, we're trying to get this moved to the street as fast as possible and get the money out the door as quickly as possible. I do believe that they have a contractor that they are working with that has extensive experience in doing this in other states. They did it in Tennessee, they did it in Texas, I think they did it in Oklahoma as well, and the state of Florida. But what's most concerning for us as a state and as for us as lawmakers is that we do not want to do anything that is going to trip a duplication of benefits for any of these funds, and we have to have an administrator who has the experience in that to make sure that the applications that are being made upstream to FEMA is going to be consistent with the amount of loans that we actually put out on the street.
Thank you for clarifying that, and thank you again for your hard work on this.
I appreciate it. It's been an honor.
Senator Dupree, what purpose?
Question, Mr. President.
You yield, Senator Dupree.
Yes, sir.
Senator Dupree, you recognize.
Thank you, sir. Senator, the contractor that you get to start the process, would that be the same contractor that goes through the end of the process? Because at the end of the process, there's still a process that you have to do in order to manage the funds, to make sure they're managed properly, and to make sure that you guarantee that you get the reporting done. So is there another step or another contractor that will be doing that?
Well, there will be a contractor that's on the public assistance worksheet side, or I say a contractor, that's really MEMA's role, but MEMA will be handling the actual reimbursements and making sure that that comes through. As far as the loan is concerned and the maintenance of the loan or the capture of the money, they will be responsible for making sure that the money that is coming from FEMA to the state account gets debited properly to the loan that the municipality pledged for that worksheet for.
So MEMA will be handling the maintenance of the fund?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Well, MEMA and the administrator, whoever that may be. But
Okay.
I want you to know that it's two separate functions.
Correct.
You've got the public assistance side, and then
Right.
you have the loan program side, and we need those to be separated.
Correct. But they both have to have some maintenance on it to make sure the reporting is done.
That is correct. That is
Okay.
correct.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now, no further questions.
Okay, we'll move for adoption of the conference report.
Senator moves for adoption of the conference report. All in favor say, oh, yeah. The senator suggests to use the morning roll call for final passage. Any senator object? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? Saying none, please record all present by the use of morning roll call as voting aye. Okay, anyone else? No one else. Okay, no one else who's bring a bill up. We'll now go to announcements. Any senators have any announcements to make? Okay, first we go, Senator Fillingane.
Thank you, Mr. President, for an announcement.
You're recognized.
I just wanted to remind all the members of the Senate that Monday night at 5:30, Lydia will be cooking and I'll be washing dishes at the Mississippi Powerhouse at 5:30. We'd love for any of y'all to come by.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Chisholm, announcement.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to hold on a motion to reconsider from yesterday's calendar, number 83, which is bill number 1772.
Join the chairman. Senator Younger, what purpose?
Adjourn in memory.
You recognize, Senator.
When the Senate adjourns, please do so in the memory of Miss Dixie Butler. She was a big asset for Columbus, Mississippi, and did a lot, and she was a big educator, too. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Hold on, please. Senator Bryan. What purpose, Senator Bryan?
I understand there's a motion to reconsider just entered on House Bill 1722.
Yes, sir. 1772.
I move to table the motion.
Okay, motion is to table the motion to reconsider. Senator Younger, you're on this, or something else?
Something else.
Okay. All right, table the motion to reconsider. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Table's motion has passed. Okay, now we got, oh, you want to take them?
Take the last couple?
We're just doing an announcement.
Filling game for what purpose?
An announcement, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
I just was informed by some of the members that the little handout says Monday, March 23rd. That is an incorrect printing. It is actually this coming Monday night, so please adjust your calendars accordingly for the dinner. Thanks.
So it'll be this Monday. 16th? Okay. Senator Younger?
Yes, Mr. President. I failed to mention that Senator Bryan and Senator Turner Ford would like to be on that adjournment for Ms. Dixie Butler.
Senator Bryan and Turner Ford. Okay. Anyone else? We appreciate very much your hard work. We'll see y'all in the morning, hopefully for a brief time to take our motions or anything else that comes up so we can all get back to work. All right, Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate stand in recess till 5 p.m., at which time the Journal will reflect we're adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it.